Hello friends, this is Dr. Nikisha Jariwala. Welcome to the tutorial of VB.NET. Within the series of dynamic controls creation, this is the fifth tutorial, and within this tutorial I will demonstrate that how we can create tool strip control dynamically at runtime and how it can be added on the form. So for that purpose, within the project that is PROJ Dynamic Controls, I have created one form that is frmtoolstrip.vb. On that form, I have placed one text box control. Name of the text box control is as it is, that is textbox1, which is the default name of the text box control, and within the text property of the text box control, I have specified Dr. Nikisha Jariwala. Right? So this is the only thing which I have placed on the form during designing. As we want to add tool strip control dynamically at runtime, so what we need to do, we need to write the code for that, and obviously we will add the tool strip control on the form when this form is loaded. So obviously if we want to do something whenever the form is loaded, we need to use form load event, right? So here it is. As I have demonstrated in previous tutorial, that if we want to add controls dynamically at runtime on the form, then what we need to use is that is we need to use classes of that controls which are already present in .NET framework. So within this tutorial also, as we want to add tool strip control, so first of all we will create the object of tool strip control class. So it's over here. So this statement will create TS object of tool strip class. After that, this statement will create TB1 object of tool strip button class, as I want to add a button within the tool strip control. And after that, this statement will also create a tool strip button object, that is TB2. But over here the difference is I have written with events keyword, means at the time of the creation of the object I have specified that this object will have events, right? Now after the creation of the object, right, so here is the form load event. On the form load event I need to set properties, and after that I also need to attach the event with the button, that is tool strip button object. So first of all I have taken the object that is TB1, which is of tool strip button class. It's over here, right? Then TB1.name, so I will set the name property, and the name property I have set it to TB1, and that is written within double quotation. Then after I have set the text property, right, that is TB1.text is equal to B. That is, as I want to change the style of the text that is written within this text box control, that is whenever the user will click on B button within the tool strip control, the text which is present within this text box control will change it to bold, and whenever the user will click on I button, obviously the text will change to italic, right? So obviously text property I have set it to B, which specify that it will change the style of the text within the text box control to bold, and I have specified the text for the tool strip button. I need to explicitly specify the display style of that tool strip button object. So over here I have written tb1.displayStyle is equal to tool strip item display style dot text, right? If we see over here, there are different styles. See, it can have either a simple image, it can also have image and text both, it can be nothing, and it can also have simple text. So obviously over here I have specified the text that is bold, so I will set display style as text. Then after, as I have not added with event keyword over here, that is at the time of the creation of TB1 object of tool strip button class, I need to explicitly attach the subroutine with the event, and so for that purpose I have written add handler keyword, that is add handler means I need to add a handler for which event I want to add the handler, that is the click event of TB1, right? And which subroutine will be considered over here is, means I need to specify the address of that subroutine, that is address of keyword is used, and after address of keyword it has been written TB1_click. So here is the subroutine which I have created, that is TB1_click. means this subroutine is attached with the click event of this TB1 object. After that, I have added that TB1 object to the items collection of TS object. Now what is this TS? See over here, we have created TS object of toolstrip class, right? So within the TS object there is an items collection, and within that items collection I have added TB1 object. Then after, obviously I will set the properties for TB2, which is also an object of toolstrip button class, right? So first of all I have set the name property. The name property has been set to TB2. Text property I have set it to I, as I have already told that I need to specify two functionality, that is bold and italic, right? So the second tool strip button object will contain the text property, that is I. Then again the same statement, I need to explicitly set the display style for that particular button, that is tool strip button. So I have used display style property for TB2 and I have set it to text. Then after, again I have added this TB2 object within the TS, that is toolstrip control items collection, right? That is TS is the object of toolstrip control class, and within that items collection I have added TB2. But over here you need to note that I have not added add handler statement, because whenever this object is created, that is TB2, over there I have explicitly specified that this TB2 will have events. So this is not needed, right? And after that I have added the TS object, which is of toolstrip class, within the controls collection of me, that is the current form. Means within the current form there will be the controls collection, and within that controls collection I have added TS, that is the toolstrip class object. Alright, now as there are two toolstrip button objects, I need to create two events, or more precise I can say I need to create two subroutines. So first is over here, that is TB1_click. So this prototype, as you are able to see, it is similar to the prototypes which we are getting whenever we use click event of the button control, right? So over here, that is public sub TB1_click. This is the name of the subroutine. It contains two parameters, that is sender and E, where the sender is of object data type and E is of system.event_args. And after that, what I have done, this text box 1 which I have placed over here, I have used its font property and I have set that font property to bold, and so for that purpose I have used font class, right? So I have specified textbox1.font is equal to new, as I want to create an object. That's why I have used new keyword. And after that there is a font class. Font family will remain as it is, font size will remain as it is. That's why I have specified me.font.font family, and for size I have specified after comma, that is me.font.size, and the style I have set it to bold. So this is for the TB1 object. Now for TB2 object, obviously over here we have specified with events keyword, so I also need to specify handles keyword over here, right? So if you are able to see the whole prototype of TB1 click event and TB2 click event are similar, only the difference is I have added over here, that is handles keyword, and after handles keyword we need to specify that which event is to be handled for which control, right? So I have specified TB2, that is the name of the control, dot click, that is the name of the event which is to be handled, right? So this is the difference between the two prototypes. And the another difference is that as we have added TB2 button for italic, so instead of bold I will set font style is equal to italic. That is, see over here, we have set it font style is equal to bold, and over here I have set it to italic. So this is how we can create a tool strip control dynamically at runtime, and within that tool strip control we can also add different kinds of controls, that is button control, or you can also add text box control, or you can also add a combo box control. Means whichever controls are supported by the tool strip control, you can add those controls by creating the object of it within the items collection of tool strip control, and after that we need to add that tool strip control on the form. And obviously if you want to specify the event, then there are two options. Either you can use add handler keyword and you can specify the event name, of that particular object, and along with that you also need to specify the address of the subroutine, or you can also specify with events keyword at the time of the creation of an object of the control. And if we use with events keyword over here, then what we need to specify over here, that is with the subroutine, you also need to specify the handles keyword, and within that handles keyword you need to specify that which event you want to handle, and along with that you also need to specify the name of the control for which you want to handle the event, right? So this is all about that, how we can create tool strip control dynamically at runtime. So let's save it and execute it. So as you are able to see, this was our text box control within which I have specified Dr. Nikisha Jariwala. And see over here, this is a tool strip control which contains two tool strip button, that is B and I. If I click on B, you are able to see the font style of the text box control has been changed to bold, and if I click on I, obviously it has been changed to italic, right? But the important part over here is this tool strip control is added dynamically at runtime on the form, that is we have specified that on the page form load event, right? On the form load event we have created all the things, that is tool strip, and within the tool strip we have added two tool strip button, right? So that's why it has been displayed over here, that is these two things, right friends? So this is all about the tutorial, that how you can create tool strip control dynamically at runtime, and how you can add it on the form by adding different kinds of controls within the tool strip control, right? So this is the end of the tutorial. If the tutorial is helpful to you, please like and share the video. Also subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss the update. Thank you.